and welcome to the Universal Orlando Resort. We have some exciting things to update on. One very, very exciting thing. Oh, dodge the rain, is raining. It is a gloomy day, but we're gonna see if we can go ahead and get on Minion Blast. villaincon Minion Blast has officially opened for technical rehearsals. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm not a big Minions fan, but I am going to give this a try, see what it's like. And here we are entering the resort in City Walk. Over here at the Cinemark, they're advertising Oppenheimer, which comes out next Friday. Let's go ahead and get into studios. And here we are, we've made it to the archways. Let's take a step inside. And right beyond the gates is our destination for the day. villaincon Minion Blast, currently in technical rehearsal. We're gonna go ahead and jump in line here. It says a 60-minute wait, but from what I've heard, it hasn't been the actual wait time. So we'll see how long it actually takes to get on. As we're getting further into the queue here, it is worth noting that because it is technical rehearsal, there is no filming on the inside. So hopefully in the future, once it actually opens, I can get some footage, but for now, I'm just gonna see what it's like. Now, I'm not gonna film the actual ride, but this first indoor queue area is pretty cool. It's like a con floor. Pretty cool stuff. And it looks like after a short indoor queue space, we're about to pick up our blasters, and this is where I'll leave you.
A few moments later.
I've already shown off this store before, but I still love that the Minions are dressed up in cosplay. This is a nice, like, con style store. It's very basic, but it has good theming on the inside. This is what the actual blaster looks like on the attraction. This kind of glows a color, and then you have a screen in here that tells you your points. There's a trigger right there, and then there's like a power-up trigger here. It's 3 pounds. It's not heavy for an adult, but kids are gonna have trouble holding this gun for the entire ride. And I did like the attraction. I think it's very cute. I think it's gonna be a success. So I think I'm actually gonna get this shirt right here. I actually like this shirt quite a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Something that's pretty cool that I don't think I noticed before is you can make a con badge, a villain badge, and I believe you can use this actually to track your scores and stuff, which is pretty cool. Take your picture and you get your own badge. All right, so I just got out of villaincon Minion Blast. I got into line about 3:45-ish. The wait time said 60 minutes. It is currently like 4:25, so it did not take as long as the posted time. So what did I think? To be completely honest, I was not expecting much from this ride. I had a few concerns with the property, the IP, the Minions. I'm not the biggest fan of the Minions. It's just not my type of humor. But I thought that it was cute. It didn't go, I mean, it was very heavy on the villains and everything, of course, but it didn't go too heavy into like the strange humor of the Minions, which I liked. The second concern I had was with the actual ride system, the moving pathway. I didn't know how that would go with everybody, and it doesn't really have anything to force you to stay in one spot. So just to give you a little idea of what it's like, when you get in there, you pick up your blaster, which is about 3 pounds. So it is kind of heavy for little ones. So that's gonna be one issue with this, I think, is little kids are going to get tired holding that gun and have trouble holding that gun for the duration of the attraction, because it's not a short attraction. It is several minutes long. But the ride system, the moving pathway, when you get to it, they tell you to stand on a dot. And the dots are quite close together. So it looks like they're spacing out different groups of people, which is nice. I think there was a group of like 6 or 7 that went ahead of me, and then they saved like 4 spots. But when you are in a group, it is going to be a tight fit. So if you have somebody who's super into it and they're turning back and forth, you may get hit with somebody's gun, you may get hit with somebody's backpack, something like that. So that was a concern I had. And another concern I had is with, you know, the stability of it. Like, how are people that have trouble standing going to do on it? And I think it moves slow enough that probably won't be an issue. If the ride ever has to stop and start again, that might be an issue. Hopefully it moves slow enough that that is not an issue. My other concern was how screen heavy this was going to be. And I will say, if you were expecting an attraction with a lot of physical sets, that is not this. Every single room is like 95% screens. The only physical sets that are in each room, like if you've ever gone to a concert and you see the big black boxes of musical equipment and stuff, like stage boxes, that's what the physical sets are basically. There's a couple power-up blocks, but for the most part, it is just screens. So overall, what did I think of the attraction of villaincon Minion Blast? I liked it for the most part. I think there are some negatives about it, and I probably won't ride it every single time I come here, but I think this is a good addition for this area of the park, which is very kid-focused, younger audience. And I think it'll be something that kids and families will be able to engage with really well. The screens and everything going on in the attraction is quite chaotic, so it's not like you're really gonna know what's going on unless there's fewer people on the attraction when you're going through. So it's kind of just like pull the trigger and hope that you're hitting something. I did notice that the targets are kind of, they lag a bit behind where you're pointing your gun, and when you pull the trigger, the bullets, they move quite slow. So it is hard to aim at something and actually hit it. But if you have power-ups, just go ahead and unload those power-ups. But yeah, this is a fine attraction. I had concerns about it, and some of those concerns are still concerns when it's actually fully open. But I think for the most part, this is a good addition. And while I'm here at Universal, I thought we could just do a quick July monthly update. The area of Minion Land is still pretty much how it was a month ago, except it looks like they finished out the Bank of Evil, which now has decoration on the doors and more theming on the outside, which is really nice. The Minion Cafe is still open, and I actually might go in here and see if I can get something to eat. Alright, so it looks like there's a little bit of a line at Minion's Cafe, so since I'm only one and I'm not really even hungry, I'm going to pass on this again today, but I do want to come back and try some of this food. But what I am going to try is the banana flavored popcorn. Alright, so banana flavored popcorn. I already had a couple pieces. This is pretty good. I quite like this. It's like kettle corn, ever so slight artificial banana flavor, which I don't hate artificial banana flavors, but it's not my favorite. But it's so faint in this that it's actually really good. I would actually get this quite often. The only downside is this cup, which is just like a regular large-ish drink cup. It was like $6.70. This is expensive popcorn, but it was good. I definitely recommend this. I'm definitely getting it again. Definitely good stuff. The only other thing to update here in Universal Studios is that we are starting to see signs of Halloween Horror Nights. They're setting up trusses, setting up lighting in the different areas. It is coming. It is upon us. It is hot today. It is very hot. It was better earlier when I first got here because it just stormed, and it was actually only like 80 degrees. But since then, the clouds have mostly gone away. The sun has come back out, and it is hot again. It is very humid. when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, we still don't have many announcements. I believe they've only officially announced 3 houses. They have Chucky, which, I mean, that got announced at the end of Halloween Horror Nights last year. And then they announced The Last of Us, the PlayStation video game, is coming to Halloween Horror Nights. And then the most recent is that they announced Stranger Things 4 with Vecna is coming. There are a few rumors about Halloween Horror Nights. One of them is that Death Eaters will be coming to Diagon Alley, which is new. I don't think that's something that they've done before, but that'll be really cool. I mean, there are lighting trusses out here. Will Death Eaters be outside in the London waterfront, like they attacked the Muggle world in the movies? Or will they be back in Diagon Alley? Another rumor is that there's going to be a roaming horde of Megans from the most recent doll horror flick, Megan. And that is supposed to be, or rumored to be, in the Simpsons area. And part of me wonders if that's why this path work over here has been taking so long. And what I mean by that is, if there's going to be team members dressed up in costumes running around this area, they need to make sure that the pathway is properly done, that it's not cracked and, you know, it's unlevel. So part of me thinks that they have been taking so long in doing this area at the time that they are doing it to prepare it for Halloween Horror Nights. And as I was on my way out, I did notice some new merchandise that looks to be celebrating Universal's 100th anniversary, established in 1912. It's kind of like a varsity Letterman jacket kind of style of merchandise, which I think is really cool. Some really cool stuff in this blue and yellow and white color scheme. And that is going to do it for me here today at Universal Studios Florida, to come and check out the technical rehearsal opening of villaincon Minion Blast, and just taking a look around the park for the month of July. It was a great time. I actually really enjoyed villaincon Minion Blast. It surprised me so much I even bought a t-shirt. So in this case of expectations being exceeded when it comes to Minion Blast, I do still have some concerns when it opens to everybody, but for now, come on out to Universal Studios, check out Minion Blast as it is in technical rehearsal, and then whatever other previews and such that they do before it actually opens. The whole Minion Land is still in soft opening. They still have stuff to do with that. So either come now when it's soft opened, or come when it's actually open. Just remember, when you come in soft opening and technical rehearsals, it may not always be open. That is what it is, technical rehearsing. If something's wrong and they don't want to open it that day, they won't open it. So just remember that. Thank you all for making it this far and joining me here today, though. And I will see you all next time. Peace.